Hello. I am jumping on because I am going to be starting my workshop coming up in a few weeks, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the hesitations that people have and some of the things that I've learned about doing my group in the past. So my name is Becc Nelson. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm also a psychic medium. And I am going to be running my group based on my book, Cut the Shit. I'm going to be running my group for a second time coming up starting January 30th. And my group is called, the workshop is called Cut the Shit. It's a workshop series and it's called the Breakthrough Blueprint. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is that in the last time I ran this group, we had 9 people and it was amazing. I loved the energy of the group. And it was great because we had men and women and they were a variety of ages. We had people all the way from 32 up to 60 years old joining us for this workshop. And when I was done, I asked them all to do a review and tell me what some of the things are that they liked about the group and some things that they would change if they could. And I was amazed. The top thing that I heard, which I was very surprised about, is that the people in the group, loved the fact that they had each other and really wanted the energy of that group to continue. They loved the support of it. And that was actually um, a, a surprise to me because I really thought that everybody would say that they hated groups, etc. And I guess I'm saying that, and I was surprised by that based on my own thoughts about groups in the past. So I thought I would talk about some of the common reasons that I have learned or people have told me about why they're hesitant to join a group and what these are the common fears, etc., and what I've heard from other people, what I felt myself included, and what I heard from the feedback from after this group. So, the 3 common reasons why people hesitate to join a group, based on my own experience and from the experiences of what I've heard from my clients. Number one is a fear of vulnerability. So, a lot of people kind of feel very vulnerable when they share their struggles or feel like they're sharing their failures in a group setting, and they're afraid that this is going to lead to judgment and exposure. Um, and then so a lot of times people see vulnerability as a weakness. So what happens is though when you share those experiences, those vulnerabilities, that this is a common shared experience in a group setting. It becomes more of a strength actually when people are agree to share these things and allow that kind of bonding and energy exchange in a group setting. So it actually fosters a deeper connection and understanding with the other members of the group. And what they find is that if they're upset about something or if they have a vulnerability or something, then the other people in the group are also sort of loosen up and find that they have the ability to be vulnerable as well. So they have that shared experience. They also, I think people don't want to go into a group because they doubt the value that going into a group is going to add. So some people are skeptical and they're saying, well, what's the big deal about a group? What can I do? What's going to happen in a group that I can't get on my own or through self study or just individual therapy? And obviously there are some reasons why people would want to do that individually, right? But there's also this benefit and this energy of the group that you just don't understand until you're in it. And I think even the people that were in this group were very surprised. I think the first day of the group, they looked around at the other people, and this was through a Zoom call, and they first of all didn't they thought that online, I wasn't going to feel that kind of energy, but they also looked around and said, oh, this person's older than me, or this person's younger than me, or this person's a man and I'm a woman. I think that people initially focus more on what's different about them, but what we found is over the course of time is that people were actually thinking more, focusing more on what they had in common, and they found that they had more in common than what they didn't have in common by the end of the group. So I think they were surprised by that, and I was really surprised by that. Also, the third common reason that people hesitate to join a group is they say there's too much of a time commitment. Um, it's going to take too much time to engage with the group, and it's not going to be worth the investment. It's not going to be worth the time. I'm such a busy person. That's usually when I'm dealing with my kids, etc. But the efficiency of learning in a group is, and what can happen when you have shared experiences, actually sort of leads to a faster and more enriched in understanding, and problem solving is much better. It's more efficient to learn in a group setting than to try to do the work on your own. So people were actually finding that it was a better um, commitment of their time and resources to be able to do a group once a week for 4 weeks rather than to do individual therapy. So they actually found that they got more bang for their buck, and not just their money, but also their time commitment and their energy commitment when they did so in a group setting. So now I wanted to share with you the the actually I got it down to five. The five biggest benefits of having the group and what I have found from the other group participants in the group that we already did. So first of all, unlike going it alone, going in doing it in a group provides a network of support and encouragement and accountability, which is crucial during a time when you're trying to make a growth. Like this is going to be it this is there's a commitment, the accountability of the other members, and being having to go into a group and talk about what you learned that week, or what your intentions are, so that accountability strengthens your dedication, ensuring that you follow through with your goals, because other people are going to be there asking what you did, and if you're more likely to stick to a goal when you have to go in and tell somebody whether you actually followed through for the week or not. So that's why group settings for anything, like for example, when you go to Weight Watchers, you're going to be more accountable if you know that you're going to go to a group and they're going to start off by that group by getting in line and weighing yourself and having somebody else look at your scale and then talk about whether you counted your points for the week, when you know other people are going to be watching and you have to talk about it. But the biggest piece is the celebration. So we have the commitment level, but also the celebration. So when you do well, other people are going to help you to learn from your setbacks and then keep you motivated and energized by giving you a celebration when you actually follow through and do the things that you say you're going to do. It's one thing that if you're to celebrate your wins by yourself, but if you have other people there giving you a clap, other people who you care about, then you're going to be more committed to your goals. Also, there's in a group setting, there tends to be more of a diverse perspective and insight. So every group member, like I said, is different, and they're going to bring their own unique experiences and viewpoints that are going to offer fresh insights. So the biggest part of that group is that yes, there is, that if you're saying, well, these people are too young, they're younger than me, or they're male, or they're female, or they're black, or they're white, or Hispanic. Yes, they are, and that diversity actually gives so much more value to your group, because they're going to bring their own unique experiences and viewpoints that you would not get if you had were doing going at it on your own, or even just going at it with just me, because I have my own perspectives and insights as a professional and also as a human, but the other people in the group really provides that richness into your group. But also, what I also found is that there were lasting relationships and networking in those groups that people did not have. So people, I think, were very surprised at how much they felt connected to people that initially they felt like they were so different from. So groups provide an opportunity to meet like-minded individuals who can become part of your either personal or professional or networks ongoing for support and beyond the course. So when I say like minded individuals, everybody that's in this group has a goal of challenging themselves, figuring out what some of their patterns are, and being able to uncover those and improve the quality of their life and take responsibility for their own issues. And that is the tie that ties everybody together in the group. Everybody has that same desire and everybody has that same drive. And that actually tied together everybody in the group. So, again, people who thought that they were so different from each other really realized how everybody else in the group was saying exactly what they were already thinking. And somebody else has the ability to talk about that and put words to it, then it gives you permission to be able to talk about it. And maybe some things that you didn't even realize were blocking you before, things that you were thinking. So, I wanted to thank you for your time and for listening. Our workshop is going to be starting on Thursday, January 30th. The group is for an hour each day, starting at 7 p.m., and that's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's going to be 4 weeks in a row. So, 4 Thursdays in a row from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Um, we're going to be doing this over Zoom, so you can join us from wherever you are. And if you happen to, one of the hesitations is like, I can't make every single group. So we're going to be doing a Facebook group that everybody will be involved in, so there can be some community, the sense of community that we just talked about, and people can actually share their experiences. There'll be homework assigned so people can talk about their homework in this Facebook group. And the replays will be available the next day for our group, so that if you can't make it, you can still participate by watching the replays in the group. So I'm going to put in the comments here, I'm going to give an opportunity for you to be able to click and sign up for us. It's $97 for 4 1-hour sessions. And like I said, don't worry about it if you can't make a couple of groups. I've had some people that only could come to the first group and didn't come to the last three. It's fine, because you can still participate in all the discussions that we have in our Facebook group, and those are confidential. It's just for the people of that group. And we're going to be keeping this group very personal by keeping it to a cap of 15 participants, so that if you that it does keep it more, it has an ability to be more intimate. And for the first 5 people that sign up for this group, I'm going to be giving um, affirmation cards, a set of 25 affirmation cards, and a set of 20 affirmation cards. And those are gratitude affirmation cards and manifestation affirmation cards. You're going to get a PDF of those cards if you are. That's a total of 45 cards altogether if you are one of the first 5 people that sign up for this group. So I'm really excited about this one, and I hope this helped you out. Can you add, if you've watched this, please leave a comment and talk about some of the things that these I kind of gave you the 3 most common reasons that people hate or hesitate to join groups. Please leave yours below, and we can talk about those if you feel like sharing them. And I hope to see you at our workshop. It is the Cut the Shit workshop series, the Breakthrough Blueprint, and we hope to see you there.